Okay, so I'm mending my pants and I'm finishing my porn star shirt. I gotta put it on the thing. So I figured I would video and talk while I did that because I need to work on being able to talk while I'm doing something for YouTube videos. My dog is like staring at me right now, like, what are you doing? Why? And that's a good question. That's a very good question. I have no idea. I feel like most of this video is just going to be me staring at what I'm doing and not talking, so I'm going to try to make this as entertaining as possible, despite the fact that nobody's watching. That is my sister's side of the room. I didn't decorate it, so don't judge me for it. She's leaving for college in a few days. And I feel like that's a good topic to talk about, so I'll talk about that. My sister is going to college in Massachusetts in like a few days, which is exciting. People keep asking me how it's gonna feel when my sister is in college, and I'm like, I have a room to myself, and I'm like, honestly, this probably like, you've probably described my dream life, a room of my own. I've been on this planet for 20 years, and I used to share a room with my parents and my sister when I was little, and then we moved into this house, and now I share a room with my sister. And like when Jay's here, I share a room with my sister and Jay. I hate the way I'm holding this, but it's only for a second so that I can start this, I hope. Jean hands. I'm really excited about her going. She's really excited. Like, this is something that she's like always wanted. She's very much a college like oriented person, I would suppose. Like, I feel like college is her place. Like, she's like doing great. Like, she's got her like registry or whatever, and like things I'd never really even like considered that go into college, she's like doing, and I'm like, wow, like that's impressive. And it's made me think that I want to go back to college, and like my friends and I have been talking a lot about college lately, and it's made me be like, wow, college sounds like a good idea, but like at the same time, I'm not sure. Like, it's expensive, and I don't know what I'd study there. Like, I don't. I have a general idea of what I want to do with my life. Like, I want to be a wife. That's it. I would like to be a wife. And you can't exactly lean on the fact that you're going to be a wife. Like, you can't just like be like, well, I am not going to go to college and I'm not going to get a job because I'm going to be a housewife, you know? It doesn't work that way. You can't just depend on that. So, these jeans are like mom jeans. They're literally my mom's jeans. So 2019, but like I still really like them, and I feel like they'd go really well with my porn star shirt, so I'm fixing both of them together so that I can have that. So anybody that has anything to say about me still wearing mom jeans, despite the fact that it's been years since anybody has thought of this as high fashioned, they can just gluck on a big one, you know? So I cannot depend on being a wife, you know? So I guess I have to figure something else out to do, which is like scary, you know? Like, that's all I want to do. I just want to like, I want to mend clothes and I want to cook for the rest of my life, as like anti-feminist as that sounds, but it would make me happy. I'm trying to give you a thumbs up, but there's a needle in my hand. I have Maybe You Saved Me by Bad Sons stuck in my head. Non-spons, but like, shout out. I really like it. It says, maybe you saved me by letting me go. There's a part that goes, I let you down, and in return, you let me know you had enough. And I don't know, I don't feel like I've heard a song like that before that's like, hey, you know, you let me go because I was a bad person to you, and I think you might have like saved my life by like teaching me the fact that I was a bad person. You know, you've made me healthy and you've made yourself healthy, and I commend that, I think is the word I'm looking for. So, yeah. I'm sewing up these pants because the thing is they don't have to be sewed up the way that I'm doing and what I'm doing, but the thing is there's a hole in the butt that I sewed up recently, and I didn't sew it up with regular jean material, so it's like I sewed it up with this pink stuff, and the problem with that is that because I did that, it looks like there was a hole in the butt of my jeans, and I fixed it wrong. So I'm fixing it like this so that I can be like, oh no, haha, it was fashion. I did it on purpose. I used to have to fix my backpack. I didn't have enough money to buy a new backpack, so I'd fix the holes in my backpack with different materials. And everybody thought it was like cute, but they were little tiny holes, so you could tell that it was holes in my backpack that I was fixing and not just doing little like fashion like quirky stuff. I don't have to fix these pants, but they are my mother's, and I am technically ruining them, but shh, we won't talk about it. Like, my grandmother mended these for her at some point, and she mended them with jeans because she's smart, unlike me. And so, but there are rips in the butt, as you can see. There's one right here, and you can see my butthole fix, which is fine. It's not on the butt, it's just in a spot where you could see my underwear, so it was probably better for me to have fixed it. I know I should have done this inside out, I'm aware of that, but I'm not smart. I am good at like fixing things. I am good at sewing. I wanted it to be fast. And it's in the perfect place so that I can tie it together. Oh, that's so sexy. Oh, that's just the hottest thing I've done all day. I taught myself how to like sew and stuff, because my dad said that you'll never get married if you don't know how to sew. Like, what good are girls if they don't know how to sew? And I know that's some old backwoods, like, country old man saying, and that's exactly what that is. That is precisely what that is. He's an old Southern man. He believes in old Southern values, but he also believes in me learning how to mow the yard. And I am absolutely not in favor of that. Do not make me mow. There are things that I don't want to do, that I want a man to do for me. And that is grill, make bacon. Not, well, money, but also actual bacon. Because I am seriously afraid of bacon. Ta-da! I'm seriously afraid of, like, grease, like, popping on me, because, like, right before prom, I was frying something. Actually, I have a few stories about grease. So, I will now tell you my stories about grease. When I was getting ready, one of them was when I was getting ready for prom, I was frying something, and I got fry oil all over my arm, and I had this, like, funny little, like, scar on my arm. Right before prom. I think it went away before the actual event, but it was still just like, you've got to be kidding me. I cannot believe this happened to me. Like, why me? Why God me? It was a minor inconvenience, but it was still, like, jarring, I guess. That's not the word I was going for. But yeah, and then my other grease story is from a few weeks ago. My dad was decided that he was going to, is fry the right word? Deep fry? Yes, fry. He was going to fry fries. He was going to fry fries. He started boiling the oil, because he thought that you're supposed to boil oil. And I don't like when things rhyme. So he was boiling it, and it splashed on the oven, and it's like got everywhere. And of course the oven was like extremely, or not the oven, the stove. And of course the stove was so hot that it started a grease fire. And my dad was like, he didn't flip out like at all, surprisingly. Like, I would have been screaming bloody murder and just like absolutely like crying and being like, I'm going to die, you know? Yeah, he did that, and then was like, everything's under control, there's nothing wrong, do not tell your mother. And then I was like, what do I have to owe? And I just saw the fire, and I was like, this is the end. This is the end for me. This is the end for all of us. We're all going to die. We didn't die, but a few weeks later, I went in for an interview at a job, and it was a restaurant job. And they were like, yeah, we're going to have you do food prep. And I was like, word. As long as, and I said this to a possible future employer, as long as there's no grease involved. I'm scared of grease. Needless to say, I did not get the job. I really goofed that one. I don't know how to make YouTube videos engaging. I'm funny in real life, but I'm funny like when I work off of people. But lately my bits haven't been landing. It's been like weird. Like, I was on Twitter the other day. This person was like, I'm worried about my brakes. I'm afraid there's something wrong with my car. And I was like, have you checked the gas? And they were like, no, I'm pretty sure it's the brakes, but thank you. Like, I'm a genuine idiot. And I was like, no, I was joking, my dude. And they were like, oh, I literally couldn't tell that. And I get that it's like online, but like I feel like that should have landed better. Maybe if I worded it better, but I just literally all I said was maybe you're out of gas. And then I've been doing third person bits and they haven't been working either. I don't have a specific example of that. I mean, I have specific examples, but they're not. It's just convoluted in a long conversation that doesn't really matter. So in the end, what is the point, you know? I think I wore these when I was skateboarding, and I think I got like a bunch of holes in them because I was like falling on my butt. Otherwise, there is no explanation because I mean, my mom was like a tomboy type, so if she had, in fact, worn these and gotten holes in them, but I can remember a time wearing these and they didn't have holes, so it's definitely my fault. And these are like Levi's. These are like literal like 1990s Levi's. I'm going to call this video ruining a pair of Levi's. But you know what? I'm fixing the holes that I left in them because I'm pretty sure the hole that came out of that one is either from the back. I'm pretty sure that's either from climbing a fence or from skateboarding. I'm not good at skateboarding. I have two skateboards actually, and I can only ride them at about a 5-mile-per-hour pace. I think it's probably slower than that. I can only get on them on a school like track, and that is all I can do. So I'm not impressive in the least. The directionality in which you put your needles needs to be away from the way that you were sticking your hand, and that's not what I did. Okay, I quit. I'm not actually quitting, I'm just putting this up. I have finished them. Here's the original back, here's the front now, so it doesn't look like, it probably does look like I mended a hole in my butt with the wrong fabric, but that is okay. Now we're gonna start finishing this. I don't know where I'm finishing. Oh wait, okay, I'm right here. And I've gotten extremely far, so we're going to turn this inside out because that's the smart thing to do. And oh my god, I almost poked through the entire shirt. I was almost sewing through the whole shirt. It's going to hurt because there's a needle. Dude, I've really gotten into like SZA's Control album, and I know everybody's into that album, but like, it's so good. She deserves all of the money and the fame and the love in the world. Big SZA stan here. I have to do this one like carefully in order for it to not puff out, because what I've done is embroidered on a piece of fabric and then cut it out, and I'm putting it on a t-shirt so it doesn't like spring. It isn't like puffy, but in order for there not to be like a bunch of like air in it, what I'm doing is tracing along the blue of the shirt to make sure that it's all the way on there, like all the way stuck. So that's what I'm doing here. I don't know if I did that all the way around, and if I didn't, I'm going to be severely disappointed in myself, but that's okay, because we can fix it and it'll be all right. Everything's all good. It's going to take exponentially longer because I'm doing this, but it's okay. Okay, so now I am officially done with my porn star shirt that I have been working on since February. I started the embroidery in February. I finished that in like a day, and then in April I decided to start sewing it to a shirt, and then I worked on that for about 5 minutes, and now after about 20 minutes of working on it, it is done. It's so cute. I'm so obsessed with it. I'm trying to decide if I want to turn it into a crop top or just to leave it like it is, but I'm excited and it looks good. I'm really obsessed with it. So yeah, yay!